This next song, as I mentioned, you know, family is so important to me, and whether it's my immediate family, whether it's my friends that I call family, life is an amazing journey of relationships. And I want to show you a picture. This was the last family photo that we had taken of my family. I was 20 at the time. I had just had my sweet little girl, Jennifer. And there is my wonderful dad, Lamar Mortensen, and my mom, Yvonne. And then standing up behind my dad is Scott. Scott was the youngest. He was 4 years younger than me. In 1991, we lost him to suicide. He died of a broken heart. And then 3 short years later, my older brother, Brian, red-haired and freckled, passed away from AIDS. As you know, this is, for those of you who have experienced loss, which most all of you have, it's a devastating blow to a family. And, you know, once was family changed. And in 2002, we lost my mother she had some serious heart problems, and her heart gave out. Now, there's so much that you can say about your heart, but after everything that she had gone through, it was just too much, in my opinion. My sweet dad, they were married 52 years, and they celebrated, yes, thank you. That's pretty remarkable. And, you know, he would stop people in the elevator. They'd be in an elevator, and he'd say, oh, isn't she the most, he would just say this to random strangers, isn't she the most beautiful woman you've ever seen? And would go out to eat, and, you know, he'd say to the waiter, oh, shit, this is my wife, and I love her so much. And this is the kind of home that I was raised in. My dad worshipped my mother, and my mother worshipped my dad. They had a beautiful, solid, very, very sweet relationship. So after that, after our family changed, it changes you on a core level, on a cellular level, and you're never the same. And because I turned to music, especially at that time, I wrote this song for them. And even though it is a song that has lyrics, it's truth, it's from my heart, and I'm a lover of life. I'm a lover of so much. I devour the moments that I live, and I'm so appreciative of them. And I feel like because of this song, it keeps me grounded, and it keeps me mindful of where I came and where I am today and the life I want to continue to live. And it's always, always in service, in love, in non-judgment. Anyone's welcome around my campfire, and anyone's welcome to a cup of coffee at Affogato. If you can't afford it, you just come see me. So I honor the family that I was raised in. And because of that, I want to take 1 minute and share with you. I was adopted, as were my two brothers. And so we were really wanted. But I always, you know, just kind of wondered about my birth mother, if I had a birth father. Well, in 1997, I was able to find my birth mother. And at the time, I found 4 brothers and sisters, half brothers and sisters that I didn't know I had. So that was really special. My mom and dad were very supportive. Of course, my mom was really nervous, you know, that I was gonna like this other woman more than her, and you know, just the feelings that go along with that, and totally understand. If anything, it made me appreciate her so much more. So I found Betty. I found these 4 brothers and sisters, and I was able to meet them. 2 years ago, we found one more brother, Gary Greenfield, living in Idaho, and through Ancestry.com, we were able to connect with him. So that was number 6. including me. 2 days ago, we found a sister. And she lives in Philadelphia, in Pennsylvania, and she is the oldest we found. And again, through Ancestry.com. So without Ancestry, it would be my father and myself. And so I share this because this song is, even though it's a heartbreaking song for me, I'm going to call in my brother angels to help me sing it, and also my mother. And this is just from the heart to all of you. And I welcome Steve and Shawn to the stage to help me. I keep thinking you'll come back to me. It'll be just like old times. We will talk about our yesterdays, about the family ties that bind. I will hear your footsteps loud and clear. It's like you're standing in the room. I will hear your laugh and see your smile, and beg you not to leave so soon. I try to make the best of every day, but all I have are memories, and I thank the God who loves me. I've been blessed with family, as I make a wish upon a star. I wonder how and where you are, and all those times I feel like crying. Reach inside and calm my heart. I know one day we'll be together, you. I'd like to invite a very special guest up now. Her name is Elisha Rodriguez, and she is one of my employees at Affogato. She has a beautiful angelic voice, and she sings all the time at work, and I just thought, oh wow, she does these riffs, and she just effortlessly sings. And so I wrote a song several years ago, and it's for the Equality Utah event. This is our second event. And it's an anthem to Mother Earth, because it is so glorious to live in this day and age, to have the freedoms that we have, to have just the simplistic nature that we get to wake up to every morning, of breathing and climbing in a hot shower and then getting ready for work, or if you're retired, you get to just go do what you want to do, and to read books, and to have everything at our fingertips, to have really good organic foods, and to feed our souls and our bodies. And Mother Earth has provided this for us. And so so I wrote this as an anthem to Mother Earth, and for my appreciation for that. So Elisha, I'm going to invite her to come up. She's a beautiful soul. That's right, we love you, boo-boo.
I'm not much the performer, so give me some slack.
She's very nervous. You got this, Elisha. Nice and slow, right?
Oh
bring the house lights up and it's all the house lights up for this last song. This was a song that I wrote after my younger brother passed away. I wrote a song at his funeral. It was very slow, and it was, gosh, it was one of those heart-wrenching songs that comes from a sister that had just lost her brother. Well, so I put it up on the shelf. I didn't want to play it anymore after that. And I was playing at this great little coffee shop several years later in Salt Lake City called A Cup of Joe. And that was my place to play. I played there every Monday night and just had a blast. And for some reason, I started playing Scott's song. I just started playing the notes on it. This is really weird. And I sped it up. And what happened that night was monumental, because for me, it was signifying the fact that Scott wants me to live my life with passion. He wants me to live it fully and in joy and in love and peace. And there is no doubt in my mind that Scott wanted me to play it that night, and he wanted me to get into it, and he wanted me to just show that I have a life that is worth living and sharing with others. That's why I'm so passionate at Affogato, to know that everybody belongs and everybody's included. Nobody's turned away. You come and you kick your feet off. Well, you can do that too. You can kick your shoes off. You can really try. But one of my biggest dreams for this little place called Affogato is to have a place that you can just come and be. And there's no pretense, there's no judgment. And I love it. I love when I look out of the audience and I see people that have come and have enjoyed what we have there, and it's special to me. And I love to look out and see people crashed on the couches, and they're reading magazines, and then we have live jazz on Sunday, and it's just absolute finest for me. So this is for all of you. This is from Scott. This is from my heart, and it's called Passion. And I hope that all of you just have a beautiful rest of your days, and that you truly find that passion in your life, and you just go for it. And whatever that is, whether it's, you know, Nancy, my cute neighbor Nancy, we meet at the wall every day and we share recipes. It's beautiful Jeanette out of the audience, who has the most amazing gardens and shares it. And then her cute boyfriend, Jay, that just supports her in everything that she does. And Tamara Burton, who's in the audience, who gave me my start up at Cafe Soleil in Springdale. And really, that's where I really got my foundation and the confidence that I needed to open up my own place. And I thank you for that, Tamara. It was quite a ride. And Bonnie Potter, a lover of trees. And I just look out over the audience. Barb, who comes and gets a, Americano and a Davis and Clark. And Kay Nelson and her cute husband, Rick. And then this beautiful woman in the front row, Chris Harvey, who's just the love of my life. And Dave and Carol Hansen and Linda. And look at all this. This is just freaking amazing. So please give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you so much for being here tonight. And before I play this last song, I have got to have my choice, beautiful employees stand up. And I want you to just thank them. Yeah, Savannah. They didn't know who Celine Dion was. And Heidi, and Liza, and Yasmin. Yes, that's Savannah. You can give her a hard time after that. So here's to Passion. Thank you. You ready for this? Yeah. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
Thank you.